Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hopefully, everybody will be popping in. Hey, Blossom. Glad you could make it. Just going to hang out here for a minute and allow some people to pop in. I have basically got an unboxing going on here, but I kind of cheated and I peeked at it a little bit. Hi, Cordelia. Hi, Ann. Welcome. Hey, Harley Lady. Teresa. Welcome. So, what I've got is I actually have some pet tape from the Washi um, the Washi store, the Washi shop, the washishop.com is where this is from. And they asked me if I would be interested in doing a video. And I've never played with pet tape, so I thought I would give it a try. Hey, Jackie, welcome. I don't know if it's Jackie or if I said that right. Anyway, I feel bad because I wanted Jay to finish his card. He should have just finished it. It's no big rush or anything, but anyway. So that's what I've got going on here is I've got kind of like an unboxing of this, but I got a little crazy and I wanted to see it. And I started opening it and I was silly because I took the paper off and threw it out. And so then I had to look it up and see what the names were. So hi from South Australia, Catherine, welcome. Glad you could join us. Hi, Michelle Wilson. Oh, Jackie. Okay, good. I was glad I said that right then. Good. Anywho, so I opened it up, and this is the pre-cut frosted meadow wide, and this is from the Washi Tape, um, the washishop.com, and that's what this is. And this is their pet tape. It's called pre-cut frosted meadow, and it's the new in their store. And like I said, I got ahead of myself because I was so excited to take a peek at it that I opened it up and then I tore off the wrapping paper on it. And so then I had to look it up and see, but this is real pretty. It's got, I don't know if I can, I've kind of got some card panels ready to work with, not for this. I'm going to use a different color with this, but there's all different kinds of just stickers on here that are just gorgeous. And like I said, this is the Meadow Wide. And there are also sentiments on here. We've got Cozy Solitude. We've got velvety warmth against the cold, winter glow, crisp air, serene soul, hibernate in softness, and just a bunch of really pretty winter blooms defy the frost within grace. Niveus velvet winter, just gorgeous, and there's just tons of it. So that's one of them, and I'm just going to show you. I'm going to show you all of them. We're going to work with this one, and I think another one. I tried to put some card bases together. This stuff would work really great on your planners and stuff. And I have got I will tell you guys, I've got a link that you can get a discount on this. If you type Shanna 10 at checkout, you can get a 10% discount on this. So I wanted to show you that real quick. But we're going to look at all of these different ones and just check them out and go from there. So everybody's saying hi. Oh, Denise has been a member for 2 months. Yes. Thank you, Denise. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys' membership. I've got members on the channel here. We've got Jay and Blossom. Now, this is called Lotus Saga, and I have several Lotus pieces that are included in this. There's like a bundle. This is Lotus Saga, and it has kind of like some scenes. Sorry about that. So we've got like an arch, and we've got a bunch of bunnies there. And we've got a water fountain and just a bunch of lotus flowers. And here's like a waterfall and just some blooms. I'm going to get this up closer so you can see. Here's a bridge over the water. And this is called Lotus Saga. And it's part of a bundle that they've got going on. So I'm just going to show you all of that. There's a swing. I've got a swing like this out in the backyard. I don't have these beautiful flowers over it, but I've got a real pretty arch and everything. And then here's some more. And then here's a gal in a boat. And this is like a koi pond. It's got the koi fish in it. And then some more lotus. And then are we back to the bridge? This is a different bridge, actually. And then we have some houses on here. So lots and lots and lots, and then we're back to the beginning. So very, very fun. Hopefully you can see that. I know my lighting is a little bit glaring there. So there's that one. I think I'll show you all the Lotus ones since we've looked at this, and then then we'll open up some more. I didn't open them all. I thought we would open some of them on here. So this is Lotus Saga. And I've got Lotus Silhouette, and I had opened this one. And I'm thinking we're going to use some of Kendra's card sketches on this. And I've got the perfect sketch, number 3, for this particular design. This is like a strip. And I was thinking it would be fun to use these as kind of like the pattern paper on her design. So this is just like a strip of lotus flowers. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get it in the view there. And it's just pretty pinkish purple and green. And it's got like an edge around it there. I guess that's where the backer sheet is. But anyway, so that's the Lotus Silhouette. And then I think I have another Lotus in here. Let me look. Let's just pull all these out. This is Lotus Twilight. So we'll open that next. And I've got another one that I opened and then a couple more. So this is how it comes. I wanted to show you. It's wrapped kind of in tissue paper, and this was the part I messed up on. I opened these up in a mad rush to look at them, and I didn't keep the sheet on here. So this says Lotus Twilight Wide Washi Tape. So this is going to be more in this particular series here. Try and keep those straight. And so we'll go ahead and open it up. So it's just got like a sticker on top of it. And then it's got some tissue paper in here. And I just tore right into this and just opened it up and threw it away. And then I thought, oh no, I need to know what the names of it are. So I went on the website and double checked myself to see. So this particular one is Lotus Twilight. So I'm going to try and keep that so I can remember. And we'll just lay that aside. So this is Lotus Twilight. And this kind of looks like a sky scene. Now it's got a piece of tape to close it on there, and you just kind of have to pull up on that. And I think you could take it off and then use it. But this is just like a sky scene. I'm not doing a very good job of showing you that. I kind of tore up my craft room today, and I actually painted it and then put it all back together. In fact, I've got a picture. Let me just show you. So like 2 hours ago, this is what my room looked like. A total mess. I pushed everything to the center of my craft room so that I could paint the walls. And there are only 2 walls that I painted that have drywall on them, and the other ones are like the shiplap type. But anyway, so I was in a total mess for most of the day, and then I put it back together and got it ready and in time to do this live. I got cleaned up. That's why I'm not showing my face tonight. I had to get cleaned up because I had done all that painting. And so I've got my jammies on and I'm all clean and ready to go. But anyway, so this is a real pretty sky scene and I'm hooking them together. So that is part of the Lotus bundle. And I think you could really, make a pretty scene with that as well. Let's just keep going and look at everything we've got. So we'll put the bundle together there, trying to keep everything the same. Now this is called Pre-Cut Crystal Garden Wide. So I don't know what this is going to look like, but I think it'll be, oh, it's got a picture on the top of it there. And it looks like some, I don't know if those are deer, moose, what those are. I'm not a animal expert. Not sure what they are, but maybe when we open them up, we'll be able to tell. But let's just look at this. Oh, this one's going to be really pretty. Oh, yeah. Let's see if we can get the tape off of this so we can unwind it. This has got like some winter cabins and some pine trees and a gal. I'm trying to get it open here. Let's just check it out. Like I said, I have never played with, this is really cool. These are little scenes. Very pretty. So I think it's like a reindeer or a moose or something. But you've got these little cottages. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Ooh, I love that. Just gorgeous. Very pretty. So some really pretty winter scenes. I didn't plan for this one because I didn't see what was in there, but I think this would be a really pretty one to work with. I think I could definitely use this for some cards with the scenes. Just gorgeous. Here are 3 reindeer there, and then another big cabin. Where did we start? Let's see. Okay. And then some more. Just gorgeous. Isn't that gorgeous? So fun. Anyway, so this is really, really pretty. I love it. What do I do with the name of it? Uh, it is the Crystal Garden Wide. Very, very pretty. All right. So there's that. Let's just keep going. I know this is taking a minute here, and we may not get anything made, but I wanted to show you guys this. This one here is called the Honey Sprout Wide Pet Tape. Got some stuff stuck to my fingernail there. And these are this is kind of interesting. It's kind of cartoonish. I don't know what you call this, but we'll see what it looks like. I'm going to get these all messed up. Okay. So, Honey Sprout Wide. Get this stuck to my finger. And like I said, this is almost like, to me, cartoonish or like Sprite or Fairy or something like that. I don't know exactly what you'd call it. They just sent me kind of a sampling. I didn't make any selections or anything. They just sent me a samplings of them. So I'm just showing you what I got here. Oops. Okay. So yeah, these are like little little gals. I'm having a hard time getting hold of them. So we've got we're going to look at this a little bit differently. Can you see that? We've got like a gal, looks like she's holding a newspaper over her head. We've got like a little angel here, a little winter girl. She's got her mittens on. And here's like a gal singing. Here's a little gal eating watermelon. I don't know if you can see that or not. And then this gal here with her little book bag or whatever. Some watermelon. Here's a little gal with a instrument. And then some different things. So anyway, that is another one. And we got 2 more real quick. I'll open them. And I need to put that with that so I know what's what. This one is really pretty. I opened this one. It is called Garden Sprout Wide. I think it must coordinate with this other sprout. But this one is the floral, and it is just lovely. And you can see all the floral elements on this. Kind of getting a little thing going here. So, and these are just stickers. So anyway, we got one more we're going to open, and then we're going to make some cards. I've kind of, like I said, I'm going to cheat a little bit and use Kinder's Card Challenge, some of the sketches, because I just didn't have time to plan anything because I was busy painting my craft room. Oh, let me show you the color. It's called Pink Cashmere. And I had a real light, almost like a dusty pink. It was almost white with just a hint of pink in here. And I've done so much in here that it just needed to be refreshed. So I grabbed this Pink Cashmere, and it was more pink than I realized. I was thinking it was like a peachy pink, which it is, but it was a little bit more color than what I had in here before. So it looks pretty good, and it's nice and clean. So I'm not gonna fuss over the color. But it's good and clean, and I pulled everything away from the walls and washed the woodwork down, and got all the little bugs and dust and everything that's in there, and that's what I got. So this is Year of the Horse. So I guess this year is a Year of the Horse. I've been seeing, Spellbinders did that release with that, and so I'm guessing this is the Year of the Horse. I don't know much about that, but anywho, let's see if we can get this opened and look at it. It looks like it will be interesting. It's very colorful. We've got a lot of red and gold and blue, and it's a very colorful tape. So let's just take a peek at it. Whoops. Get the tape off of here. So it looks like a New Year's scene there with the lanterns. And there's some real pretty, I don't know if those are cherry blossoms or what those are, but just a variety of different, there's some horses and some scenes with some kids. Looks like they're playing in the snow. We've got some fish and Happy New Year and all of that. Here's a horse with a rider and 2026. This is fun, very colorful. We've got a peach or an orange tree and just super fun. Anyway, so that's what we've got. I think we're going to work with the floral one that I first showed you and maybe some of the lotus. We've got that scene. I didn't prepare for that because I didn't open it, so I wasn't sure what we've got, but I'm thinking we'll get started working with this. What's everybody up to? Hopefully, I'm trying to catch up on the chat. Okay. Those are pretty. Oh, you love my nails. Oh, they've got a little bit of paint on them. So yours about always look like that. Very, very neutral. Yes, they're very neutral. Elks. Okay. So they're elks. And Blossom says she likes Oriental art, and they are cherry blossoms. Okay. The year of the fire horse. Okay. Oh, on Elizabeth's channel, you guys discussed that? Okay. Well, I don't know if I caught that. I've been trying to catch her as often as I can, but I had not caught that. So anyway, I was thinking, because I didn't have time, like I said, I was painting and putting my craft room back together at the last minute. And then I tried to get cleaned up in time to have this live. So I have very little preparation. And I will be working with these tapes some more on my channel just for fun, because I think they're super fun. But I thought tonight we would do something. So I did, like I said, I am cheating. I have got my coffee. I had a little peanut butter cookie that I made last night. Hello from Virginia, Card Stash 23. Welcome. So I got some coffee, but I went ahead and took a couple of Kinder's card sketches, and I don't even know if I have the sketches handy to work and grab them. Yeah, I've got the first three, and I've got the kind of got the design ready, and I was planning to work with this, so I brought some colors in that we could work with that. And so what I've got is I've got some Oceanside cardstock. I've got some craft cardstock, a card base. And I did take an embossing folder and I embossed this. Jay was talking about needing to use his embossing folders. You don't need to fussy cut these because they're stickers. And I think I'm going to show you how to use them here in a minute. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever worked with them, but they are already cut and you'll just lift them off like stickers, I believe. Yes. Yep. Great for collages. Yes. I was thinking, great for planners and that. I thought about bringing my planner in, but I've got so much stuff written in it that I thought, probably don't need to see all that. So anyway, so I'm just going to start with card sketch 1 because I thought this circle would be great to lay some of these floral elements on. And I tried to pick some colors that I thought would look, nice with the pet tape here that we have. It has some blue in there. It's almost like a gray blue. And then there's a little bit of yellow orange in there and then the white and then some green, but just really, really pretty. But I thought it would look good with this. And I've been working with these colors lately on my channel and had them out. So I went, like I said, super simple because I didn't have a lot of time to prepare. But happily, my craft room is freshly painted and it is cleaned. The woodwork is all cleaned. I've got all the little cobwebs and little spiders and all that stuff cleaned up and out of here. And everything is put back together. So I'm real happy with that. So we're just going to get this laid down on here crooked. We're going to have to straighten it up. And we've got that beautiful embossed detail on there. And I thought these flowers would go really well with that particular washi tape. Hey, Jim, welcome. You love that embossing folder? Yeah, it's gorgeous. Hang on. Did I leave it laying out? Or did I put it up? I was going to tell you which one it is. I might have put it up. Oh no, it's Amaryllis Garden is what this one is. It is a 3D embossing folder and it's called Amaryllis Garden. Very, very pretty. I'm using a couple different embossing folders here. So this particular sketch calls for a 3-inch circle to go on it. And it's actually, you're going to use your pattern paper on half of it and then design on the other half and a sentiment in the middle is how she has it set up. But I'm just going with the particular sketch just for purposes of assembling a card. So I'm not going to be using pattern paper or whatever, but I'm going to bring in some distressed oxide and it's vintage photo and just kind of go around the edges because I thought it just looked a little stark when I was looking at it laying there on the Oceanside color. So I thought we'd just kind of dirty up the edges a little bit. And then we'll get our florals laid down on there and maybe we can pull a sentiment off of that and just create a card. So this, I love this and the other floral are my jam. I like the florals. This sprout wide with the other florals. I like those. I like the scenes. Those are probably my favorite of what was sent and kind of my style, and everybody has a different style and likes different things, but this is kind of what I like. So we're going to work with that. So anyway, I just thought we'd just ink that up a little bit and just add a little bit of interest to it. And then we can just lay this down on here. I don't know. Do I have some? I'm really kind of exhausted. We went to church today and then I had everybody over for dinner and then the boys fell asleep, took their naps here. And then I started in painting. And then when they woke up, we promptly had my daughter come and pick them up and take them home. And then I continued painting and cleaning and everything. So I am pretty much exhausted. And I was like, well, I'd scheduled the live. I need to go ahead and do it. So that's what I'm doing. So it may not be my most inspiring work, but we're going to do it. So let's see, what's the chat saying? The embossing folder is still on sale today. I think today might be the last day. Hi, Julie Miller from South Central Pennsylvania. Vintage photo. Did I say that? You love vintage photo? Yeah. Anyway, so we're just going to get this laid down on here. And then I was thinking, somebody said, I think Blossom said good for clustering or whatever, that we could cluster some of these things on here. So basically, I want to see what I want to use. I think I'm going to try and pull this off of here. And like I said, this is the first time I've used it. I assume that it's just going to lift right off of here. You guys can feel free to holler at me if I'm doing something wrong. Can't get a hold of it. I need my tweezers. Let me grab those. I thought I had some sitting out here on my desk. Here they are. Oh, these are pretty right here. I think I want to pull these off. Evidently, there's a trick to it that I do not know. Oh, hi, Seabus lady. I'm glad you didn't miss. Okay, so yeah, they're just like little stickers, and you're just going to pull them off. These are so pretty. Look how pretty that is. And you can just layer them up. I think we're just going to grab several of them and just kind of layer them up. I'm just trying to get to the edge of them so I can pull them off. There we go. Once you get a hold of them, they come up quite easy. And I think you could kind of let them hang over there. I don't know. Let's bring in some different ones. Here's another one. And you could probably back them with cardstock J and then fussy cut if that's what you were meaning. You could probably do that. Lay them on some cardstock and fussy cut them. But I mean, you can just layer them up and just make a beautiful card like that. Isn't that pretty? That is just gorgeous. And it's so simple. I mean, you don't really have to work too hard to create something very beautiful because it's art. They've done the work for you. I don't know if that'll fit on there or not. I think we can almost get that on there. I probably should have planned for that a little better. Let's see if we have a smaller one. We could put cozy on there. Let's see what else we have. Winter blooms defy the frost with silent grace. I'm just looking at snowfall, frosted romance. Oh, that's pretty. I don't know if we can get that on there. That is really pretty. Keep looking. Yeah, where frost meets warmth. All right, so the frosted romance is in 2 different pieces. So let's see if we can make it work. I don't know. This is really pretty. I think we could even, it's dark enough that we could even lay it over our florals and have it show up. Frosted romance. That's really pretty. I've got these thick fingernails on and I'm having a hard time grabbing a hold of them. If you didn't have those, you probably wouldn't have any problem with it, but I almost hate covering those flowers up, but isn't that gorgeous? Look how simple that is to create just a beautiful, elegant card. Now, these are wanting to stick down on my cardstock. So I think what I would do is go ahead and grab just a piece of foam tape and then put it underneath where I've let it hang off. You know, if you're going to let it hang off, you might want to add some stability to it. Yeah, and that's going to work out just fine, just to kind of keep it from bending down. And you could probably, you know, put a little embossing, you know, the non-stick embossing powder, the little bag thing to take the sticky off of it, and then just let it float. But isn't that gorgeous? Nails, jewels, not tools. Yeah, that's what, oh gosh, I can't think of her name. My brain's fried. Anyway, CZ, that's what she always says, jewels, not tools. Or tools, not jewels. Yeah. She says tools, not jewels. You don't use your. Anyway, I think that's gorgeous. Now I have got another design, and it's this next one, and I thought we would just go ahead and do a similar thing and use the same washi tape, and then I thought we'd use this next design for that lotus strip and kind of show how that would work. But yeah, Kathy Zilsky. Yeah, I was thinking that it would be fun to do a whole set of Kinder's Card Challenge with these washi tapes, and I think I might do that. So, and I might use this particular set. So I'm going to do 2 of them today with this particular one, and I might finish, you know, another, do a set with them and just see how it all comes together, because I think it is just really pretty. And I'm kind of glad that I did add that vintage photo to it. So let's see. Have I missed anything? No. Oh, they work well with everything. Jars, wood, paper, fabric, even acrylic keychains. Oh, that's a great idea. That's a great idea, Blossom. Yeah. Hmm. Jay says, and this time they aren't gnomes. So I'm making a, you know, I said I had got my craft room all clean. I'm making a mess now. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this next card going. And I need to get my bone folder because it's flipping up. And I put some lotion on, and so now I've got all this stuff on my, you can see the oil from my hands on the glass mat. So we're just going to do a similar one with a similar color, and we're going to get this laid down on here. If I can get my glue to come out. Gosh, I didn't realize how tired I was until I got started. I probably got in a hurry doing the painting, but I am so happy it is done. I mean, I got 2 coats on it. I brought a fan in and was Hey, Kendra. Is Kendra here? I didn't see her. Hey, Kendra. We are using some pet tape on a couple of sketches from Kendra's Card Challenge, and I'm kind of being very liberal with the sketches. This was sketch one. I didn't do the pattern paper, but we just kind of took sketch one and created a little card with this pet tape. And that's what we're doing. So I'm going to use the next one and basically get this laid down on here, and we will, this is kind of flimsy. I don't know, do I have some strips? That is not Spellbinders cardstock. It is Michael's. Let's just use this one. Maybe it'll come out better. Yeah, all right. We'll just get it glued down on here, and then we'll bring in some more of that. I'm thinking we might be able to use the cottage on this one. I don't know. We'll see. But I was thinking it would be fun to do a whole set of Kinder's Card Challenge with this washi, with this pet tape, and just see if we can, kind of modify the sketches to go along with it. So this one I have used the Branches 3D embossing folder, and we've got some really good detail on it. And it calls for, and I hope I haven't lost one of my die cut circles because I'm only seeing two and there are three. Oh, there it is. Got it. Okay. And so this particular sketch here calls for some different half circles that you're going to lay around here. And I'm going to bring these in and lay them down. And I was thinking, I didn't know if we could get one of these, because I think these scenes could look really good on here. Let's just get our sketch laid down, and then we'll bring in our elements and just see what we can do. Because I love those cabins. Those are just gorgeous. And like I said, I didn't sneak peek at those, so I didn't really plan a card sketch for those. Let me see. This one's kind of higher, I think, because you've got room for your sentiment down here. So we'll get that laid down. We've got that 3D embossing there, so we really got to give it a good press. What'd Cordelia say? The one with the reindeer would be great on that background. Okay, yeah. We'll have to look at it and see. You really love the frosted meadow? Yeah. Well, again, I want to pop that up in there that you can save 10% with that Shanna 10 code. So I just want to pop that up and just kind of remind you guys that you do have that ability to use that code and save 10%. And then that'll show them that I did actually work with their product. So anyway, they randomly reached out to me and asked me if I would be interested in working with it. And I thought, well, I've never worked with this type of product, so I thought it would be fun. So this is basically the sketch two. And we've got these on here. And then I had originally thought that we would continue to work with this on this particular one. But since we've got this one, I think, and those ferns would be very good. That could look really neat. Is that the one you were thinking of? Let me get this off of here. Yeah. Get back to the chat. It's actually KCC 21J. Blossom says she loves doing off the edge dots. Actually, yeah. Yeah, I think this one would be really, really pretty with it. And I think it could fit right there. What do you think? I like it. Let's do that, and we'll just add some different things to it and see what all we can put on these half circles. Gonna be really careful. But anyway, so and I think a full set with this would be super, super fun and very creative. I've been trying to do some different things to, kind of expand my thinking with the challenge and add some different things. So that's cute. You love the color scheme? Thank you. I've been doing this ocean side. I've been doing a lot of cards with it lately. Jay said, yeah, I forgot which one came out. I have the easy to print one sitting on your desk. Oh yeah, it's 21 that just came out. Oh, you've got the printer friendly. Yeah. Okay, so then we've got we've got some other little pieces, and I was trying to see if there are other elements that we could add on this. This is just gorgeous. I mean, look at these scenes. Maybe we'll add another deer or elk or reindeer or whatever it is. Maybe we'll add it here. Just get it laid down on there. So Lynn, I was telling everybody that I had, oh, my sweater matches your cards. Oh, actually, I normally show my face on Sunday nights, but because I painted my craft room, I had to get cleaned up, and so I was like not showing myself because I actually had my jammies on and I threw this sweater on over. But anyway, so that's cute. Let's see if we got something we could add. Something else we might add to it. They're super fun. I don't know what we would add. There's like a little fence there too. You could add that. Very fun. Little heart. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. This is really fun. This is fun stuff. I think I'll put the heart up there, and then I don't know if I don't think this particular set has a sentiment with it, like the other one did. So we might have to pull it out and bring a sentiment. So we've got that. But I really like that. I think that's cute. I don't know if I like that on there. Can I pull that off? I'm not sure how forgiving this is. Oh yeah, pull it right off. Maybe we'll leave that one alone. But oh my goodness, so cute. Well, there's a little winter scene there. That would fit on there. Let's see. I don't know if we need it on there, but we'll give it a whirl since we can put it on there and take it off. Oh my goodness. Come on, Shanna. Like I said, the thick fingernails are not very conducive to pulling it off of here. They are thick. I don't know what's going on there. Let me find another one. You've got like mountains. There. See if I can get this one. There we go. All right, we'll pull this one off and see what it looks like. Oh, that's pretty. Just like a wintry scene. Could pop that on there. Anyway, super, super fun set. And you could just decorate it up. Now I'm going to grab the other one and see if I can find a sentiment that would work on this. And then we can add it to the bottom of our card. We've got Cozy Solitude. I think that would be really pretty. And I'm not sure how it would lay down on there. So let's see. Do I have anything that I could bring back in? It's not going to look good on that because it's too dark. I'm not sure how it will lay on the embossed panel. I've got a piece here, but I'm not sure. Maybe we can layer it up. I'll get this off of here. Sorry, I'm fumbling. Come on. Here we go. Oh, I didn't get it off of there. Let's go again. We'll do the Snowfall Serenity. I don't know if I'm in screen there. There we go. All right, let's get this out of the way. And we can lay that down on there, hopefully. There we go. And then I think we can trim that up and put a little piece of the blue behind it and lay it on there, and that will be our sentiment. So I just need to get my trimmer. And I just think this is super fun. This is definitely a way to kind of change up the challenge a little bit and just have some fun with it. I don't even know what measurement I'm working on here. Alrighty. Come on, it keeps moving on me. My other trimmer broke, so I'm having to use this one. So what have I got here? I have got a 2x1. Okay. 2x1. And I don't think that's what the sketch calls for, but we're going to do what we need to do to make it work. Oops. Hopefully this will fit on there. We can always trim it down if it won't. I was just going to layer it up is what I was thinking of doing. Oops. I'm going to have an avalanche like Jay had on his video earlier. So we'll just put Snowfall Serenity on here. Good night, Kendra. Hope you have a good night's sleep and a happy Monday. So I know it's getting late. I'm going to be going to bed here shortly, but I've been trying to get to bed earlier. So we've got our Snowfall Serenity. I think that could be really pretty on there. Let's go ahead and add some, I've got some foam dots here. We'll just add them on our sentiment and pop this up since everything else is relatively, well, we do have the dimension from our embossing folder, but, oh, they're sticking to my fingers. As I was preparing for the this live, all of my cardstock tipped over. My spellbinders that I have organized by color in a container fell on the floor, and they were all scattered everywhere, and I had to pick them up. Sometimes things just do not go smoothly when you're crafting, and it was one of those days. So I had to get them all picked up and reorganized and everything. So I think we've got two beautiful cards there. Just gorgeous. Lovely. I want to kind of keep going. Now this one is the one I was going to use that, I was going to use this strip here on. So let's just deviate a little bit. We've got these two gorgeous ocean colored cards with the craft. But for this one, I had set aside a couple of colors that I thought would look really nice with it. And I don't even know where's my, oh, here we go. It is, we have got lavender and violet is what we've got laying there. And I think those would blend beautifully with this. And so what I was thinking we would do is, did I cut it down yet or not? I think these are both A2 size panels. I just need to figure out, do I want it laying on that or do I want it laying on the darker? I think I'm going to lay it on the darker. So we're going to trim this one down and then we'll layer them up. Hopefully I have another card base laying around here, but so we'll just trim this down according to the sketch. Should be, open this up, get it lined up. And it's just going to layer. This is a real simple layering. And this is going to be super simple because of the tape that we've got there. Basically, we're going to pull some of this out and lay it down here on the diagonal. And it's going to lay on here like this. And we'll cut it off. So I think what I'm going to do is just cut a segment of it. And then we'll just, once we get it laid down on there, we'll just trim it on the diagonal. So I think that's what we'll do. And this is, it does have a nice, whoops, I gotta get that off there. I was gonna say it has a nice piece of, is it stuck on there? Well, maybe we'll just pull it off like that. It has a nice piece of tape that you can re-add it on there and tape it back down so that you can keep track of it. But this basically would lay on our card base like this. And this is going to be sketch 3. I mean, that, and you know, just like that will be sketch 3. I think it's a little bit wider than what the sketch calls for, but I'm not going to fuss over that. I'm going to take this piece and just kind of tape it a little bit on there just to hold it shut. And then we'll cut this off. I probably could have embossed the panel before I laid it down on there, but I don't know. It probably wouldn't have laid very smooth. Looks like I need to cut a little bit better. And I'm using these are my junky scissors that I used for my tape. I don't know why I'm using them. Anyway, so this one would go on here like this. Now I think we could add some fun to it. I'm going to grab my Love from Lizzie strips, so just give me a minute. Because in the sketch, it shows that you have a 1/4-inch strip on either side of it. So I think we could do that. And we've got a really simple card. So let's go ahead and actually, let's put our strips on here. So this is a little container that you can keep your Love from Lizzie. Okay, let's see. What's Cordelia saying? I was telling Lynn good night. Sorry for the confusion. Oh, okay. Anyway, I was rearranging my office today and all your die cuts fell and went everywhere. Oh, yeah. Very frustrating. So make another one. Okay. Lay it on my first name. Boom. Okay. All right. Anyway, so you can get your Love from Lizzie strips here, and I'm going to basically add that strip that Kendra has on the design. I'm going to add something to it. And any of these would go very nicely with it. I think it actually has a little edge on there, just kind of a clear edge. But I think let's use this sparkly one here. I think this could work. I actually like this whiter one here better, I think. Let's see how this will look. And we can, if we don't like it, we can move it, remove it, and do it. But anyway, we're just going to grab a couple of these. And we'll just lay them down on here. Now, I like to kind of start on the edge with that one, and then we'll trim this one off, and I'll save it. But that'll just add some nice little sparkle to that and just make it even prettier. So we'll do that. What time is it? 10 to 9? Okay, we're not doing too bad. We're going to get 3 cards done here anyway. I'm going to have to bring in a card base. And we'll have to find a sentiment. Oh my gosh, that is really pretty. So this pet tape could really kind of speed up some of your card making, because you can just lay it down on there and you've just got beautiful. I mean, like I said, you could exchange this for the pattern paper that the sketch calls for, and make some fun designs with that as well. So super fun. You know, you can just take Kendra's card challenge and just do a lot of different things with it and get really creative, and you know, use the things that are in your stash and just create some really fun stuff. So I like that. All right, so we've got that. We need to bring in a card base. Hopefully I've got one around here. I have one, but it needs to be scored. So I've got to bring in my Whopper score base because that's what I got handy. So apologize for that. We'll just bring in the big dog and get it going. I felt like it was off a little bit. Just line it up on there. There we go. All right, so we've got a couple of deep dark teal cards, and then we're going to have a purple one. But I think it's really pretty. Now, we're supposed to layer it on the other panel. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, I will mention that Daria and I are going to try and go live tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be working with. We haven't decided. And my schedule, I'm a little bit pinched for time tomorrow. So hopefully we can pull it off. But I thought I would throw that out there just so you guys know that we're hoping to be able to go live if all goes well. And she may be the prepared one tomorrow. I may be unprepared, but we'll get through it. Anyway, so this would, like I said, this would be really pretty if we had embossed it, but I don't know how easy the tape would have laid down there if we'd done that. So we'll try to add some other elements of interest. But I think it's really pretty. Now our sketch calls, whoops, we've got to get that lined up better. Our sketch calls for a sentiment, like right up here. Now we have, I'm going to look at this other Lotus stuff. This is the stuff that kind of was coordinating with it. So, I mean, you could add, you know, something from here onto this as well and just kind of jazz it up. They don't have any sentiments on this particular one like they did the other one. And I'm not sure the color would match with it. So what was I seeing? I was thinking this could be pretty to be added on there. You could add it down here. Look how lovely that is. Just add that right down there. Super, super fun. Anything else we want to add? You've got these little rabbits. Just lots and lots of floral elements. Just kind of layer them up and just kind of build the little cluster there. Oh. Anyway, super, super fun stuff. Like I said, I have never played with it, and so I was excited to get it and to get to work with it, and I think it's really pretty. Oops. Just going to kind of cluster that. And then we could add a sentiment to it. I don't have one prepared. I don't think, let me look. Where is that other one? I don't know that they have anything on here that would be the right color. This one had several sentiments on it, but crisp air, serene soul. Yeah, I think I'm going to just kind of hold off on adding a sentiment to that. But anyway, those are going to be our 3 cards. I'll just recap. I'm trying to get this washi tape put away, but add a chick to it. Okay, we could do that. We could do that. Let's see. Where are they? Got too many little things of washi tape sitting around here. What did I do with the little gals? I've got these. Well, Jay, the girls have ran away. I don't know where they went. Oh, here we go. What are you calling them? I don't know. You said anime. Is that what it was? I don't know what that is. Oh, I guess that was Blossom that said that. These are Amy Chick. I don't know. You're saying AMIE. I don't know what that is, but I'm not versed in this, so I apologize. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, that could look super cute on there, couldn't it? Let's see what else we have. There's another one. That one might be fun. That one's Sand Peace. Yeah, there's lots of options here. All right, which ones did I was thinking about? That one's kind of cute. I think I'm going to go with this one. Let's add her to it and see how this looks. Good idea. Sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees when you're live. That kind of fills in the space, doesn't it? Cute. Great idea. Jay likes the birds too. Yeah, you could add the birds to the scene as well. You get a ton of this. I don't know, does it have any of the measurements on any of these? But there is a ton. You are not going to run out of this stuff. You can use it and use it and use it. It doesn't say on here how much you get, but I mean, there is a ton. So feel free to, if you get it, just use and use and use, because you're going to have plenty to work with. So anyway, super fun, super cute, and very easy, very fast card making. And if you pair it with some sketches like Kinder's Card Challenge, you're going to be able to come up with something really quickly. So we have got some butterflies. I think Jay liked the birds. We'll stick some of the birds on there and just kind of add that. There you go. Very fun. So like I said, I have never worked with pet tape before. This is the first that I've gotten. Let's see. I'm just checking the chat here. Manga. Oh, okay. You've got magnet, and Cordelia says manga. I don't know. Otto won't stop changing your words. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Anime. Thank you, Jay. Phonetically. Yeah, that's what I need. The stickers of the girl are anime style. Thanks, Jim. Yeah. Very fun. Very fun. Shanna Billis. Oh, that's funny. Oh, thanks, Blossom. Anyway, so I just thought it'd be fun. I know I'm going to be playing with these scenes on some other cards, and I'll probably march down this set here and create kind of a set with these, because I really like these tones, and I think the cabins and the winter, the Frosted Meadow Wide would make a really beautiful set. So we've got sketch one with a circle, and then the floral elements there. We've got Frosted Romance. I think that's really pretty. We've got the 3D embossed panel there. And then we have got the scene here, and I've lost track of what they are. I think this is the, I can't remember what that's called, but anyway, very pretty with the winter scene and the deer. And then I brought in the sentiment from this set here, and I think it makes a really pretty card. Super cute. And then we use the Lotus. This is a bundle. So if you like this stuff, they have it in a bundle. You can buy it separately. I did see it individually on the website, but you can also get it in a bundle. And then if you are interested in picking any of those up, feel free to use that Shanna 10 and get 10% off on that, and enjoy that. These are the new releases that just came out. It's in the new release section on their website, so you can check it out. But super fun. And like I said, I didn't have a lot of time to prepare, so I wanted to use Kinder's Card Challenge to help me put together some cards, and it worked out great, I think. So we got 3 cards. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go for the evening, and I hope you all have a great Monday and a great start to your new week. And probably a lot of people are getting back to work after the holidays, so I hope that goes well for everyone. And maybe we'll see you tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Daria and I will be working with something. I'm not sure what, but I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you have a great evening, and I'll see you around in all the crafty spaces. So take care, everyone. Bye-bye. If I can get my mouse to work. There we go. End screen. All right. See you later.